Hello and welcome back to the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. We are back home at Eldridge Park after a much-needed off day, and today it's all about the Firebirds versus the YD Red Sox. But before we get into it, guys, how was the off day? Dylan, how about you?
Well, we all went to Boston yesterday, and my key moment of yesterday was the lunch. We went to North End. We got a little Italian food. I got the chicken parm, as the expert I am, and I had a great time.
Guys, spoiler alert, Dylan loves chicken parm more than anybody I have ever met.
It's an addiction.
It is an addiction.
It's an addiction.
Ian, how about you?
I got pizza for lunch. I'm not a chicken parm enthusiast like Dylan. My favorite part of the day in Boston, outside of being stuck with you two, was easily seeing a unicyclist juggling swords while playing the bagpipe. And, we had to give him a little compensation because that guy does that every single day. And, baseball, I think, a little more impressive, but he was pretty cool.
And guys, how important is it for these players and the coaching staff to get a day off to really relax and get the mind, body right?
Yeah, in pro ball, you play baseball every single day, but those off days are so key. Baseball 24/7, 365 is something that maybe the mind can't handle. Doing something away from baseball, whether it means go to the beach or just tanning or doing whatever your heart pleases, is so important.
And the last time the Firebirds did have a baseball game, it was Wednesday night here at Eldridge Park when they lost to Falmouth 4-3. Ian, what are your biggest takeaways from that loss?
My biggest takeaways is you say the final score 4-3, but none of those 4 runs that Falmouth scored were earned runs. So that's just shooting yourself in the foot. 3 errors that really made the difference in that game. Obviously, you hope the offense had a little bit more to overcome those defensive mistakes, but you need to play clean defense on a consistent basis if you want to win these games. Look, I hope that Jake Casey, Drew Farrow, a couple of the guys who made errors in that game can put that behind them. You have to put it behind you because clean defense is a must in this league.
And focusing on today's game, it'll be GCU's right-handed pitcher, Daniel Avitia, starting on the mound for the Firebirds. In his last outing last week, he went 4 innings with 4 strikeouts, which is very strong. But for Daniel, he expects perfection every single time he's on the mound, and he wasn't happy with his performance. Dylan, how do you think that will be extra motivation for today?
Yeah, Daniel Avitia has been the most consistent starting pitcher for this team this season, and he only went 4 innings against Harwich, which, like you said, probably not enough for him in his mind. He's more of a 5-6 inning guy, which is good in terms of the Firebirds bullpen today. But for him, it's 5-6 innings and upwards of 7-8 strikeouts. So I think he can use that as motivation, be more efficient today, less walks, quicker counts to get deeper into the game.
Now, there's still a few Firebirds who are struggling at the at-bats, a lot to do with the adjustments coming from college ball here to the Cape Cod League. Ian, is there someone that you think that's really going to start making their stride soon?
I think Owen Carpellotti is bound to become the power-hitting, hard-hitting, whatever you want to call him, take it out of a ballpark catcher that this team's expected. I know strikeouts have been a bit of an issue, but he's making a lot more contact over the last week. He's 7th in the order for a reason. He's not buried all the way down there because there is a lot of potential to be a key cog in the middle of his lineup for Kelly Nicholson's crew. I think you do need a little bit more power in this lineup, and Carpellotti can certainly provide it. I'm expecting him to start to get more and more hits coming forward.
And the last time these two teams faced off against each other, it was a crazy night. There was fog, there was darkness, there was extra innings, but the Firebirds were able to win 5-4 against the YD Red Sox. Dylan, what parts of that game should they replicate tonight?
Sammy, there's been a lot of thrillers for the Firebirds this season. That's probably number 1 so far. Like you said, fog, wind, extra innings, stalling, whatever you want to call it. But they took a lot of guts out of this team. And I think what was the big moment in that game, Firebirds gave up a 3-run go-ahead home run in the 7th inning, and they could have folded. They could have went into their shell and said, this isn't our night. Jack Penny, bang, next inning, game-tying home run. Resiliency is what they have to bring into today.
And these Red Sox, they're going to be hungry coming into Eldridge Park, especially after we just noted how crazy that game was. Ian, who should we be expecting to really come out for the Red Sox tonight?
Well, the easy answer would be Hunter Hines, right? Leads the league in home runs and RBIs, but that's not why they pay me the big bucks. They pay me to tell you who else is really good. RJ Davis, also a really good player, SEC Tournament MVP as a freshman. He leads off for Scott Pickler's crew. Didn't do too much in the first game these two played. In fact, he made an error, and he also struck out in 3 pitches to his collegiate teammate Grayson Carter. So I think he wants a little bit of revenge tonight. He's hitting upwards of 400 for this Red Sox team. He's one of the best young players in the country.
And guys, you know what time it is. I need the keys to the game. Dylan, you're up first.
My key to the game, I talked about resiliency. I'm going to talk about putting the ball over the fence. I think 2 home runs for the Firebirds tonight. They got to get their power stroke back. Eldridge, 300 to left, 314 over here and right. Find the corners, find a way to get the ball out of the ballpark.
I love it, Dylan. How about you, Ian? What's your key?
Yeah, Fenwick Trimble home run would be pretty sweet, but I'm going to keep it simple. Talked about it earlier. Defense wins championship. It wins games. You got great pitching today with Daniel Avidia and a well-rested bullpen. Support your pitchers. Play good defense. Need a 0 on that ER column for Orleans.
Well, I'm expecting another crazy game tonight, maybe extra innings, who knows, but make sure you stay tuned for a lot more on the Scorching Start.
All right, let's go to war, boys. You guys keep it out.
I'm now joined alongside Derek Clark. Derek, first question, how'd you enjoy your off day yesterday?
It was great, just got with the guys, headed out to the beach and just enjoyed the sun.
In your last outing against Brewster, you went 2 innings with 2 strikeouts. You were just dealing out there on the mound. How were you feeling?
Just felt comfortable, trusting my prep. Me and Coach Lawler have been working together and just trusting my stuff and going at guys.
And speaking of Coach Lawler, for years and years he's helped some of the best pitchers out here in Orleans. Is there something that he's taught you that's really stands out to you?
Nothing like in particular. It's just little stuff that you don't ever really think about. So he's been around for a long time and well-respected coach here, and I'm glad he's on our side.
And in the Cape Cod League, you're going up against some of the best hitters in the entire country. So what type of pitches do you think have been working for you as of late?
Honestly, everything. I just feel like if I keep mixing, going in and out on the plate with my fastball, I'm going to have a lot of success. So.
And you're known for having a lot of energy either on the field, in the dugout, in the bullpen. What does it mean for you to really be that ultimate team player?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a kid's game, and I'm grateful to be here, play the game that I love, so got to bring the energy for everyone. So.
And the last time you guys faced YD, it was a crazy game, 5-4 in extra innings. What's your key to get the win tonight?
Just playing clean baseball. Defense is going to work for us. Danny's going to throw strikes. We're going to hit the ball around the yard, and we're just going to play the way we know how to play.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, set the tone, boys.
I'm now joined alongside the Firebirds manager, Kelly Nicholson. Coach, first off, how was your off day yesterday?
Great. It was great. Got to sleep in a little bit. Got to spend time with Donna. So anytime I can do that while we're up here, it's a good day, Sammy.
There you go. And how important is it for your players to also get some time to kick up their feet and get their mind right as well?
Yeah, I think it was good. I like going into an off day after a win, because you got a little bit of a bad taste, on that off day. But it's good to get a little bit of rest and let them experience the Cape. And I know some of you broadcasters or whomever, I think some of you guys went down to Boston, and I think some of the guys went to the beach. And it's just nice to have an off day and forget about baseball for a day and then get back at it today.
And on Wednesday, it was kind of filled with errors, a little bit of a more messy game. What factors do you think contributed to that?
Yeah, I think we just got a little sloppy fundamentally, right? Throwing a couple balls we threw away, one ball we dropped in the outfield. It happens. You try not to let it happen. You don't like it when it happens, but it's going to happen again, and you just have to bounce back and respond in a good fashion. I like the way we came back. Made it a one-run game, and they didn't have an earned run. And, when you look at the box score, you're kind of kicking yourself, but it is what it is.
And tonight we have an Arizona battle with the starting pitchers, Daniel Avitia and Jackson Kent, GCU versus U of A. What should we be expecting from this pitcher matchup?
I think you're going to see a lot of strikes from Danny, right? He pounds his own. It's a lefty from Arizona, supposed to have a good breaking ball. I was talking to Eric Orloff about him a little bit today, so should be it's always a good matchup when it's YD in Orleans.
And the last time you guys faced YD, it was that 5-4 thriller. It went to extra innings. What should we be expecting tonight?
Well, let's hope the Birds come out on top, right? I'm always gonna say whichever team plays the best is probably gonna win the game. We didn't play very good defense the other night. Falmouth played better. The team that plays best is probably gonna win tonight. YD's good, right? They hit. They're gonna pitch. They have some guys in the lineup that can really run. They're solid defensively, and so are we. So I like our chances. If we play well, we should play a little bit better. We're gonna beat them. They play a little bit better. They're gonna beat us.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you, Sammy.
That'll do it for this edition of the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. Make sure you tune in at 6:30 when the Orleans Firebirds take on the YD Red Sox.